Okay, and we are recording. So welcome everyone to our first live Q&A with Ashlie and myself. We're so excited to do this for you guys. So I guess we'll mute everyone, and then of course you have your question. Go ahead and unmute yourself. So of course I'm gonna unmute everyone except for Ashlie. Okay, so everyone is muted. Who wants to ask the first question? Or Ashlie, did you want to start with the one that you had?
What do you mean?
Did you say someone had a question?
Oh yeah, I had a few. Do you have one already?
No. Does anyone have a question? Who wants to be brave and go first and ask their question?
So this will be useful just to tune in. So we're thankful that you guys are here, but we want to give you guys first shot at it if you guys have a question, since you're the ones that tuned in before, because this is going to have a time limit. So do any of you guys have a question? I know it's really scary to talk into a camera, but everyone's new. Okay, go ahead. Marty. Looks like Marty. Can you unmute her, Leticia? Or I think you can unmute yourself, actually.
I got it. Here you go. Oh, I think we did the same. Okay. Oh. There you go.
I guess hi guys. The question I wanted to ask is, I guess I'm really overwhelmed and confused about how to get to Diamond. I've been stuck at Emerald for quite a bit, and I'm still kind of confused and overwhelmed.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I guess give my input, and then Ashlie will give her input. But like I've always said, like the key to get to any rank advancement is always to focus on the very basics. So hitting Success Club every single month, that should be like your number one focus. Because if you're not even hitting Success Club, then Diamond, of course, it should be on your radar. But the very first thing that should be on your radar, of course, is hitting Success Club, because that's like the vital. That's what like pumps our business, hitting Success Club 5. And I feel like if you are consistently hitting Success Club 5 every single month, then everything else will eventually fall into place. It's all about the waiting game. And then, of course, once you get comfortable with hitting Success Club 5 every month, then you need to start to encourage everyone who does, because if you're hitting Success Club, that means you're selling challenge packs. And so the next step would be getting comfortable with asking every single person who buys a challenge pack from you, asking them to get on board with the discount coach opportunity. When I got to Diamond, honestly, I got to Diamond with all discount coaches. The only real coach that I had was my husband, and then my very first coach, Cindy. But everyone else was discount coaches.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say is all the coaches I have under me right now are not active coaches. They're just discount coaches.
And that's okay. You can still get to Diamond. I know you have your husband on your account. So what you want to do is first get to maybe 8 coaches total, and then get your husband to Emerald. And along the way, you will find someone who wants to work the business. A lot of times it's those discount coaches. I always bring up Myra, because Myra, she's one of my coaches, and she's now a Diamond coach. She's really successful. She started off as a discount coach. Like, she had no intention to work this business, and she actually didn't start to work the business until maybe like 5-6 months after she signed up as a discount coach, because she got confidence, because she got good results, and because we had a good relationship. So coaches, those are the ones that will surprise you and come back to the business. And Ashlie was a discount coach too, weren't you, Ashlie, when you first started this business? She was just a discount coach too. So don't get discouraged and say, oh, well, I only have discount coaches. No, like, you'll be surprised. Some of those discount coaches will surprise you.
Yeah. So we kind of talked about, this was a question on my team call this week, and I had a couple tips. So my first one, like, to get to Diamond, you definitely have to be hitting success. Like, you need to be doing the 3 vital behaviors, because as a Diamond, that means you're a leader. And if you're not leading, like, you're not leading from the front, where you're doing your personal development every day, drinking your shake, doing your workout, doing your invites, hitting Success Club. If you're not doing that, then your leaders and then your team won't either. So you have to be leading from the front, I would say, first to, tack on to what Leticia is saying. So if you're hitting Success Club 5 every month, then that shows your team, and all you're doing is, those 3 vital behaviors. It shows them that they can do it too. So I would say for sure Success Club, because you want to lead from the front. But the other thing that I would say is start a team page immediately. So I don't know if you guys have a personal team, but as soon as you sign one coach, set up a team page. And even if you don't know what to post in there, like just take whatever, like things from your personal development or notes that you got from a training call, like a wake-up call you listened to, or like post a YouTube video that you thought was helpful, or anything. Or even if it's just funneling down, like there's stuff posted in Fit and Funky, there's stuff posted in my team page, Leticia's team page. You can just funnel that down so they're not checking all the groups. And it's going to take, I'm sure Leticia, you can attest, it takes a little bit of time to build up a culture of talking and chatting in there. But now my team page is really active. It was not like that. It took a few months, of building that. But act like you're a leader so that you're showing them kind of how to lead. The other thing that I think is important is don't ever discount the discount coach. I was a discount coach for like 6 months. I had no interest in coaching. And Jessie, my upline coach, added me to the Team Fit and Funky page. And that was the year that Danielle got all her awards for top 10, and I saw the potential. So set up your team page, add all of your coaches, whether they're discount or not. Like if it's overwhelming to them, they can remove themselves, and you can let them know, hey, I'm going to add you to this just so you know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't have to post, and if it's too much, like you can remove yourself. I don't even say anything to people. I just add them. And if they don't like it, they can say something to me. I've not had anyone say, I've had some people be like, what's this page you added me to? But no one's been annoyed. But I would say add them in there, because a lot of people have a gross taste in their mouth of MLMs. And if you add them to the team page, they get to see the culture and the support and the, community that we have, which is really supportive. So you maybe, they're a discount coach, but if they saw the potential in the behind the scenes and all that stuff, maybe they would take off. Because if I wasn't in the Fit and Funky team page, I don't know if I would have ever taken off if I hadn't seen the potential. So I would say for sure do, add everyone. And then, what was the other thing that I said? Oh, I think everything in this business is a numbers game. So if you just have discount coaches right now, you can't want, like the question that I answered that was similar to this was, how do I make my discount coaches want to get to Emerald? And I feel like you don't make anyone want to do anything in this business. You lead from the front and you show how this business has changed your life. But if they're not going to want to work the business and they don't want to get to Emerald, we're just thankful that they're on our team in drinking Shakeology, right? Like we're just happy for them, and we're going to go find the next person that the coaching opportunity can change their life, because we know that there's a ton of, all of us on this call have that opportunity. We know tons of people who this opportunity has changed it. Like Leticia is a full-time Beachbody coach. I just retired my husband. Bringing in an extra $100 a week, $400 a month is huge. So if you have discount coaches that don't want to work the business, that's totally fine. But there's tons, thousands and millions of people out there that this opportunity could help. So your job, I feel like, is to hit Success Club and keep finding those new people that you can present this to that are going to say, I'm interested, I want to run with this. So you will get, you'll get your Emerald coaches. Leticia, do you tell people to sign their spouse? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I feel like that's a huge one. I signed John as my first coach, and then I had a second coach that made me Emerald. And then to get to Diamond, I had the 8 coaches, and I made John an Emerald, and then I just needed an Emerald on the other leg, so he helped me get to Diamond. Then I got him, I built his business center to Diamond, and he got me to 2-star, and I know it's the same with Leticia. So it's really valuable to have a business center under you that you can control to help you rank advance. And there's also really good financial benefits to that too. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, it doesn't have to be your husband. It can be a family.
Yeah.
It can be a family member, a mom, a sister, a brother, a dad. Like it doesn't have to be a husband. 'Cause I know people are like, I don't have a husband. Well, you don't have to have. And I even, I saw a video from Lindsay Matway the other day, and the way she got to Emerald or Diamond, sorry, she signed up her spouse and she signed up her brother. And she worked both businesses. That's a little more investment in the beginning because you do have to keep both active. But if you think about it, that investment is so worth it in the long run. And then I thought of that. That's a pretty good idea. And then once you get another Emerald, not your brother, you can maybe just let your brother, you maybe cancel your brother because you'll have an Emerald to take over. But anyways, that was just another idea. I'm like, if I would have known that, when I saw a video, I'm like, I wish I would have seen this as a new coach. I would have done that. I would have signed up my husband. I would have signed up my brother or sister, and I would have got myself to Diamond a lot quicker. And then just hustled and gotten more real diamonds or real coaches. So that's another way to get there quicker. But the thing about that is that you have the possibility of not being a strong diamond. Like if all you have are discount coaches and family members, that's not a strong diamond. But the thing is, get to diamond because that is a very prestigious rank. And so when you talk about I'm diamond, or you get the shout out that you're diamond, other people see that, they're like, wow, she's a diamond coach. Like that's going to attract people to you. So that's just another thing that I heard from Lindsay Matway this week. I was like,
Yeah. So if you're at a plateau of Emerald, which happens, don't think that is uncommon. That is so common to be stuck at Emerald because you can get yourself to Emerald, but you generally, unless you sign your spouse and your brother or have 2 business centers, you generally need help from other people to go Diamond because you need 2 Emeralds. So I would just really focus on getting those 3 vital behaviors, hitting Success Club 5, and acting like a leader, and that will help show the coaches that you have on your team that they can lead to and give them that confidence.
Ashlie, when you mentioned team page, is that this? Are you saying that's different from your like page?
Yeah. So Leticia.
We call them groups, so it's like our.
Oh, sorry.
I mean.
Yeah, it's a group. It's a group.
Our Team Living Fit group.
Okay, so then are you saying that I should create my own group?
Yeah, that's what I tell people on my team, that if you're at Emerald, that means you have 2 coaches in your downline, and even if one of them is your spouse or business center that you control, that you should have a group with your second one. And that's going to be really intimate, but that means you have a lot of one-on-one time with that person. And then you just add more people, and then they add people, and that's a benefit for that person. And even if no one's talking in there, like I say, you act like a leader. I remember Amy Silverman at a Super Saturday was like, when I first started and I had no one on my team, I was talking like I could fill stadiums. I was talking like if I booked an event, I would be able to sell out the stadium because people wanted to hear me talk. And I was just listening to a call from Scotty Hobbs, and he said when he first joined, or when he first found out about Beachbody, Lindsay Matway is his upline sponsor. And he said he had no idea like who Lindsay was, but he thought the way that she spoke to him, she wasn't even an Emerald coach yet. And she was like, had been a coach for a couple months or something like that. And he said the way that she talked and carried herself, he thought she was the top dog at Beachbody. He's like, I think she started this company. That's the way she carried herself, and people are attracted to that. So act like a leader before you're a leader. And that's why I think it's important to have a team page, because it sets the tone that, hey, I'm a leader. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone else have a question on here? Just wave your hand if you do. If not, we'll go to the ones that yeah. Okay. So I'm going to, mute Marty and then unmute one of the other ones, Leticia.
There you are.
Are you able to?
Oops. Got you, Denise.
Okay.
That's all right.
Kathy, we'll get to you after Denise.
Oh,
I'm sorry if I interrupted. Anyway,
No.
I did sponsor my husband. I have my daughter sponsored. I even have my sister sponsored because, we're all working to our health. And I told her, it's another way of bringing in money into the home. And I'm talking to my other daughter because we're all overweight. And I'm just having a hard time going out there talking to other people. So I just have to get over my shyness of talking to other people. But I've been consistent being on this group and seeing other people trying to talk and send, Facebook. I just have to get over that fear. And I'm almost there because I'm out of family,
Yeah.
But,
and are you doing, personal development? So all of that comes a lot from personal development.
Yeah, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos on Beachbody, Matt Way. I know Scotty Hobbs. I've listened to him. Just personal development. I've been doing it every day.
Good. And so one thing I would encourage you is like personal development to me means personal. So if like you're struggling right now with, getting out of your comfort zone and getting over fear, then I would, Google some really good books or audiobooks on, how to get over fear or how to, like You Are a Badass. It's a really good book. I read that. So I would definitely encourage you, Denise, to Google and find everything you can on what you're struggling with right now. I think that will help you tremendously. I know when I was struggling a lot with leadership, I went and bought a whole bunch of books from John C. Maxwell on leadership and 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, Entre Leadership, you name it. And then, I move on to my next weakness and my next weakness. So that's definitely something that I would encourage you to do. There's a really good book called How to Win and Influence Friends. I think it's by Dale Carnegie.
How to win friends and influence people.
Yeah, how to win friends and influence people. I think that's a good one on how to warm up to talking to people and everything. But that's my advice to you is definitely invest into a lot of personal development that has to do with fear and comfort zones.
Yeah. The other thing that I would say is the reason that we're afraid to reach out to people, and everyone has their own insecurities. I was afraid to reach out to people and post. I remember posting when I very first started my like page, posting that first before and after, and it was terrifying, and you're just afraid of being judged. I mean, that's just our ego, but, getting in the way of us. But the way I think of it is like, no one relates to someone who, like, if no one's going to follow a page that's like, here, I'm at my journey, I'm at my destination, I'm not working on myself anymore, but I'm happy to help you guys get there. Like, that's not super relatable. And so I see some people that think, like, I love that you're a coach. The fact that you're a coach and you're helping your family and you want to get healthy. There are so many other people out there that, one, wouldn't have even become a coach because they feel like they can't inspire people, or two, feel like, they have to be at their destination before they can share with anyone else. But the thing is, like, no matter if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, then, once you get to 50 pounds, you set another goal. You never really reach that destination. I gave this example to one of my coaches. She does all kinds of yoga poses. And, when you start, you just want to, like, hold a plank. And then now she does all these crazy things. Like, every time you reach a goal, you set another goal. That's just the kind of people that we are. So you're never going to really reach it. So what I think is so inspiring is sharing where you're at in your journey, because there are people that need you. Like, they're not going to relate to me. They're not going to relate to Leticia because we're, our story is very different. And they think maybe if I'm here and you're there, I can't figure out how to get from here to there because we're so far apart. So people need to see you. And this goes for everyone on this call. Like, people need to see exactly you and your story and your message, where you're at, and you're struggling and you're winning, because what they're doing is they're sitting on the couch and feeling crappy, and they're going in their closet and feeling like I have nothing to wear because I don't feel good in anything, or they're feeling like, never mind, I'm going to skip that party because I'm too embarrassed to go out. Like, these are people that need us to inspire them to at least make effort, because we've all thought that. We've all thought, negative things about our body and decided I'm too embarrassed of the way I look, or I just feel so gross, I don't want to do that, or I don't know, I'm not going to go to the lake this weekend with all my friends because I don't want to have to wear like a tank top and shorts or whatever. We all think that. But what's inspiring is when someone who is thinking that, because they're sharing it and they're being vulnerable, is doing something about it and seeing someone on their journey. And there are a lot of top coaches that started with a lot of weight to lose. Like, I think what's her name? Meg Wazinski, I think is her name. So she started, and she's not like super overweight, but she's, I don't know, like probably she probably started as like a size 14 or something like that. And that's amazing. Like, she just owns where she's at so that she can inspire the people that need to be inspired. Like, I don't really relate to Danielle, you know, Fit and Funky, because I can't be that strict with my diet. I don't think I'll ever have abs like that, but I'm still going to work on me where I'm at today. And I know that I'm going to find people that relate to me and my story. So you have to just like start sharing it's just pushing your comfort zone a little bit every day. You know, you don't have to leap outside and jump over the edge of the cliff, but just push your comfort zone a little bit every day. And before you know it, your comfort zone just gets huge. And then you start getting these messages from people of, oh my gosh, thank you so much for inspiring me. I was, you know, sitting on the couch today and I decided to go for a walk this afternoon because of you. I thought of you. Or I was going to go reach for that bag of chips and I saw you posted your salad this afternoon, so I opted for a salad instead. And when you start getting those messages, you're like, oh, this pushing my comfort zone is fun. So then you just start pushing it a little bit more and a little bit more. But all I can say really is just own your journey where you're at, because there are people that need to see you right now where you're at, owning your journey and inspiring other people to kind of own theirs and start theirs. That's what I would say. Right.
Because I was able to help my sister because she had bariatric surgery, and I was going to have it too. And I opted out. I was like 2 weeks, you ready to go, you know, and I says, I got to control my eating, because if I don't control my eating, you know, and that's how I got her into it, to change her ways, because I see the way she's eating is like, you need to eat better than that. Yeah. And you need to work out. And if you work out, if you're flabby, you know, you're not going to lose any really weight. It's going to be like my mother. My mother was diabetic, and I don't want to be that way.
Yeah.
So she changed over, so that's why she's doing the 21-day, you know, fix, and she's, you know, showed her dietitian, and they agree. And I just working on my family, because my family's all overweight, you know, and just, we need to change our ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand to see me where I'm at right now. And
you're already making an impact.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to Super Saturday?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so do you remember that story? It was like Tennille or something, because I think she had a story where she was gonna go do the gastric bypass or something like that, or something. I don't know, but I follow her on Instagram now, and her like hashtag is like plus size fitness. Like, she owns it. She's there in a sports bra dancing and all this stuff. Like, that's so refreshing, because we're all so critical of ourselves. So it's so refreshing just to see someone say, here's my story. I'm going to own it, and I'm working every day to be the best me.
Yeah.
So that's great.
It's given me more courage to get out there. I'm working on it. I want to do it. It's just, I got to get out there.
Yeah. And just start, you know, dip your toe in the water, test it out, and then, you know, you'll get more comfortable.
Yeah,
right.
I was gonna say something like that, Denise. Like, I would actually challenge you and encourage you to every day just do something a little scary. Like, today I'm going to, I don't know, I know you posted a video not too long ago. That's pretty cool. So just every day give yourself something a little scary to do. And then the next day, again, something you don't have to be out of your comfort zone the whole time. I learned this from Darren and Hardy. You don't have to be courageous and out of your comfort zone the whole time, just once a day. If you can get out of your comfort zone once a day, that will tremendously help you in every aspect of your life. So every day, sit down and say, what can I do today that's a little scary, that's going to push me out of my comfort zone? It doesn't have to be like, our comfort zones are going to be different. Your comfort zone might just be like, I'm going to make a post about my progress today. My comfort zone is going to be totally different, because we're just different parts of our journey or whatever in our business. But anyways, and I encourage all of you guys to do that. Just sit down every day and just think, what can I do today that will get me out of my comfort zone? Can I make a video? Can I make just anything? And I promise you
getting better.
Every day, that will start some momentum.
I need momentum.
Right away, but you have to give it time. But just every day, think of what you can do that's a little scary.
And personal development is the fuel to that leap. Like Leticia said, there's nothing can replace personal development. Everyone needs it, even the most confident person in the world, but especially those of us who are still, struggling to be comfortable and put ourselves out there. Personal development is huge. So.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Kathy, I think do you still have a question, or was that your question? Do you want to unmute yourself? Okay. Or maybe Leticia can unmute you. Oh yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
So I'm new. I've been a what do you call it, discipline coach since December, and I just within the last week became a working coach, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a like page because that's what my coach told me to do, and I've got a lot. And I invited all the women I knew in a certain age group because I'm kind of focusing on women who are close to menopause or in menopause or over menopause, because I was of the mindset, I'm through menopause, I'm screwed for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out that I wasn't. But I get a lot of likes. I'm posting twice a day, but I'm not, that's all I get are just a lot of likes. I mean, Hillary will say something every once in a while, and I think she's doing that to motivate people to say something. And I know it's only a week. So I know you said, Ashlie, that it just takes a lot of time. So I just need to be really patient and just sort of just keep posting my experience and what I've done that day, or what I ate, or what I worked out at, or how I feel, or why I got to this point.
Yeah. I would say, so yes, everyone talks. If you go back to Danielle, she has like 110,000 likes right now. A couple years ago when I first started, I went all the way back to the beginning of her page, and she had, she would have posts with no likes, or posts with 2 likes, or everyone starts with crickets. So that's very normal. It doesn't mean that the content you're posting is boring. I started with crickets. I'm sure Leticia started with crickets. It takes a while to build momentum. And for people to also feel like they get to, it's scary for people to post publicly. And so to get to know you and feel comfortable enough posting, I would say that it helps to put call to action. So some of my most popular posts in the beginning were like, hey, I remember one of mine was really popular. I needed a new blender. So I was like, what do you guys think? Vitamix or Blendtec or something? I don't know. And people were so passionate about it, and they, did that. Or another one was like, what's your favorite? I'm looking for a new mascara. What's your favorite mascara? So it's just a simple thing, call to action. Or if you post something and you're like, I don't know, I would post like I just did it the other day when I was like, I'm thinking about getting purple in my hair. What do you think, yay or nay? Like any sort of picture where you can say like, what do you think, yay or nay? Where people just quickly, it's not vulnerable of them. They just put their opinion out there. So that way you're getting engagement. But the fact that you're getting likes is a big deal. If your page is brand new, like some people get no likes or any engagement at all in the beginning. So likes is a good thing. You just got to keep consistent. And what's happening is people are watching you and they're just like, oh, that's cool. And then, in a month or 2 from now, I'm like, wow, she's still doing this and she's loving it and she's looking great. All right, I've been watching her. Now I'm going to reach out. But it takes people different times, of comfort level. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Leticia, do you have anything to add?
I was just going to say, I completely agree. And, that I remember as a new coach that was discouraging, because I would happen to be, there would be times I would get no likes on my posts. And I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing. But then I started to get messages from people who have never liked any of my posts, who never commented or anything. And they would say, thank you. I've been watching you. You motivate me. And I'm like, who is this person? I didn't even know they were following me. So that just showed me that, oh my gosh, people are looking at me. I mean, I think it's just sometimes people, for whatever reason, they either feel embarrassed or I don't know, they just won't like and they won't comment, but they're watching you. So always keep that in mind. People are always watching. And yeah, just like Ashlie said, and I talked to my coaches about this, is you want to post about fitness, but you also want to post something sometimes not fitness related. Like sometimes when I post a picture of me and my husband or me and my puppy, I will get like overwhelmed with likes and comments. It has nothing to do with fitness, but I think it's just, it lets people feel like you're letting them in your private personal life aside from fitness. So sometimes once in a while, it's okay to throw out something personal, something that has nothing to do with fitness, because people want to know, people want to feel like they know you, like they're kind of part of your family in a way. I mean, and doing posts like Ashlie said, I'll do that all the time, where I'll get like 4 pairs of shoes and I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, guys, what shoes should I buy? I'm probably not even going to buy the shoes, but it's a way of letting people engage in my posts. I'll do the same thing. I went to Ross the other day and I posted a picture me wearing the 4 dresses. I'm like, guys, help me out. Which dress do I buy? And I think I got like 100 and something comments or something. Again, people commented on who had no idea were even following me. I guess maybe to them, they're just not into fitness as we are. And so when you post something that has nothing to do with fitness, maybe they feel like, okay, now I can help with this, or, you know, I know about dresses. So just keep at it. Like, yeah, Ashlie says it takes a lot of time for those like pages, but just remember people are watching you.
Yeah. Well, and I think about me and my interaction, like I watch a lot more people. And now that I'm a Beachbody coach, I comment because I know how validating comments are. But before I was a Beachbody coach, I just would watch people. And because I knew that if I liked something or whatever, it could show up in my friend's news feed. And I didn't want people to know my activity. So, because Facebook like tracks everyone's activity and you never know what's going to be shown anywhere. So I was, silent about it. But imagine if you were like, well, no one's watching and no one's caring. And then you drop off and you were their source of inspiration like every day and you just didn't know it. But you are going to be getting a message from them whenever they're ready, in a month or 2 months or 3 months. Or sometimes people are like, someone just joined my team today. She's been watching my page since it started 2 years ago. I don't remember her ever commenting, never messaging, never nothing. And I'm like, why now? But it's not going to take everyone 2 years, but it takes people at different times. So you just got to keep being consistent. And I would also say share your vulnerabilities too, so that it gives people something else to relate to you on. Like, oh, she's not perfect either, and she's struggling, and she's experiencing the same thing. And I feel like when you share your vulnerabilities, it makes people almost want to like jump because you've been inspiring them. So it makes them want to kind of like come and support you. No, me too, whatever, like you can do it, whatever. So I would say don't just post fitness when you're doing great, but if you're you want some chips and you end up having a bag of them, post it. That makes you a real person,
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Leticia, did you have any questions, or does anyone else have questions on here?
Christina does. Okay, Christina, you're unmuted.
All right. Hey girls, well, I was watching that video that you posted earlier, Leticia, about I forgot what it was called, but how to invite people in the tracker information.
Oh yeah.
And I had an idea of like how to keep track of like how to follow up on maybe like past groups. It's like have a reunion group, like reunite them and say, hey, hey, where are you now? Like invite them back to another challenge group or something. Be a good way to keep tabs on them, or like so you don't have to do it individually. Or
so you're talking about like ex-challengers to keep up with them? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Like
so like for example, the people you have right now in our 7-day clean eating group, you want to put them somewhere where you can keep, I guess, up with them? Is that what
like would that, like, I don't know, like when new stuff comes up, I guess that'd be a good way to keep them up to date in case like most of them, a couple of them are interested, but then like some of them are like, I have a lot of positive feedback. I'm just kind of mimicking off yours, a lot of feedback, so it's a lot of positiveness going back. So it's really nice.
You can do that. You can start an accountability group, and it could be people in there who are doing all kinds of programs, who maybe aren't even doing a program, but maybe just want the motivation and inspiration. Yeah, you can do that. So like I have one, mine's called Getting Fit No Excuses. And in this group, it's like 200 people in there now, but every time one of my challenge group ends, like I never get rid of my challengers ever, because I want to coach them. I always tell them, you're stuck with me for life until you don't want me anymore. And so what I do is, let's say 21 Day Fix finishes this week. I'm going to get all those people and put them in my accountability group so that I can still keep coaching them, helping them, inspiring them. And that group, there's 200 people in there, not that many people post, but I know, at least I feel like I'm doing my part. I'm helping coaching them. And anytime there's any new product, that's where I talk about it. Like I shared a size video just today or yesterday. I'm like, hey, who's ready for size? I do that every time we have new product, because the people in there, a lot of them will join a new group. So you can definitely do that. And it doesn't even have to be people who've bought from you. I know some people who start these groups and it's just like a support group. And everyone in there just kind of motivates each other, inspires each other. You know, that's up to you. You know,
Okay, yeah, that sounds like I like that idea. Thanks.
You could make them get a free account, or you don't have to. You know, it's totally up to you. But yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yep. Kendall.
Hi. Okay. So I have been inviting people like out the wazoo, and usually people stop responding to me after I send kind of telling them about the group or program and then asking them questions about their goals, or they stop responding to me after I tell them the price and if they want to join. How can I overcome that? I know follow up with them, but what is something that I could say or do that would, like, I don't know, entice them to keep responding to me?
So are you using the script that I posted in Follow Your Bliss?
Yes.
So maybe that is, I have kind of revamped that. I should probably post it. Where I would have, you know, you have that whole paragraph of like bulleted questions. I kind of condensed it a little bit because I thought maybe that was too much info. So I get a lot of people too that when you send, and I'm sure Leticia does as well, when someone says, I'm interested in your group, and then you reply to them and then they don't write back. Like, because when you ask questions, they're just not that interested. So that, you know, that happens to all of us. But maybe try to shorten and condense that script that I posted, and so that it's not as long. And sometimes I can kind of, like, if someone writes me a few sentences, then I feel like, oh, they're very, you know, they can chat and they want to engage. Or if they tell me anything about themselves, like, I'm really interested in your group, I just turned 30 and I feel like my metabolism's slowing down, I need something. Like, if they give me anything about themselves, then they're probably okay with a little bit of a longer script. But if they're like, how much is your program? Then then a big script for them, they're like, whoa, this is way too long. So you just write, like, then don't go to the script. You reply, I wrote it in the group today, like, awesome, I'm so excited that you're interested. I love it. It's amazing. Would love to tell you about it. The price depends on what, you know, product package that works for you, and we will choose that together based on your goals. So if you don't mind, let me ask you a couple questions so we can kind of pick the best product for you. And ultimately, you're probably still going to offer them Shakeology and a program, but you want to just, like, you know, a few sentences back and then let them tell you. And if they're very short, like I just did this this week. I had a girl that was like, you know, how much is your program? And then I replied with what I just told you. And then she would say, like, 2 sentences back. And then I'm like, okay. And I would try to ask her a few more questions. All right, well, tell me about your, you know, how's your workout schedule right now? And what, have you tried dieting before? Yes, I've tried dieting, and I go to the gym 2 times a week. Like, she's not giving me much. And so I'm trying. And then finally I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to tell her the price, because maybe that's going to turn her off, but maybe this girl just wants to get down to business. So I'm like, okay, you know, there's no fee for my coaching, no fee for the group, but it's $180, and here's all the things that you get. You know, are you interested? Yeah, I'm interested. I want to buy it. So then she bought. So you just kind of got to feel it out. And some people might say, no, that's way too expensive. And you're like, okay, that's, you know, fine. So they're not giving you anything. And those people, if they're not giving you anything, and then they say, when they find out you're like trying and you're breadcrumbing them information, and then finally you give them the price and they say it's too much, I don't even try to, like, you don't know enough about them because they're not willing to open up to you to refute it and say, I know it's an investment, blah, 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 blah. I just say, okay, no problem. I have these groups all the time. Let me know when another one comes up that might be better for you. And then I just figure that means they need to keep watching me. And if I do my job right as a coach, I'm just going to keep posting and sharing my journey, and then they're going to come back. I can't tell you how many times I get a message, and like today I open a message and it's the last time I talked to them was a year ago. Hey, I think I'm finally ready to do your group now. And so they had to watch me for a while, and that's okay. And I sometimes have people that I send the messages to 3 times. They're ready to do like every group of mine, but they're not ready to give me any piece of themselves. And I don't want to just take someone's money. I want to get to know them. And so I think you kind of got to feel it out. on what, how you're going to interact with them based on their interaction from you. The script is a great guide, but it's not perfect for 100% of the people. So feel free to go off script, and if they're being very short in their answers to you, be very short in your replies to them. That's what I would say. And it might take a few more back and forth messages, but if they can't, write several sentences, they're not going to read several sentences because they probably just don't have time and they don't see the value in it. And then the other thing is, I think figuring out your script is big, but also, so the fact that people are interested is great. And then it's your job as a coach to continue to plant seeds, because when you hear no's, like when I hear no's, I just think, not right now. Like they don't trust me enough yet, because it's not the program. It has nothing to do with the program and everything to do with us as coaches, because if they want the program, they'll just go out and buy it. So when they say something's too expensive, I read that literally like, I can't afford it. I read it as, I don't trust you enough yet to buy it. Like that's what it is. It's not a money issue. It's not any objection really comes back on us as coaches. So we just have to make sure that every single day we're posting that we're working out. We post a few times a week that we're drinking our shake. We post how good we feel. We're posting other valuable information like recipes or like new products that you found or whatever, something valuable or moves of the day. So you're keeping them coming back. And then you're also sharing your life. So every day you're showing up. You're never out of business. The store's never closed. Every day you're showing up, and then they're going to watch you and they're going to keep watching you. And then you're posting your results and you're posting other people's results. So as they're watching you, they're like, I really want to try this. I really want to try this. And at some point they say, enough's enough. I'm going to reach out and I'm ready to do it now. But it's just about not getting discouraged, because no's happen every day. I think I've already gotten 5 today alone. Like I still get no's. And I just think, okay, I'll be working with you at some point in the future, because the fact that they're reaching out says they want to change something. So I'll be working with you in the future. Just I haven't earned your trust yet, and that's okay. I'm just gonna keep showing up every single day, and hopefully I earn it.
Yeah.
Thank you, that helped.
Just keep making sure that you're expanding your list, sending new friend requests, and sending that so that you're always you're growing your network.
And something I want to add to that is when I do my follow-ups, I do 3 follow-ups. So I'm talking to them, I've sent information, and then I don't hear from them either. Sometimes it's after I give them the prize. Sometimes it's just that first message, like Ashlie says. They just like, so I do 3 follow-ups. My first follow-up is first, I always have a date of when I'm going to start my challenge groups. Always. Because I never just sell things. Like I'm wanting to help people in my challenge group. My first follow-up is like, hey, I know you were really excited about the product. If they told me something, I will say something like, I know you told me you wanted to lose 20 pounds by your sister's wedding. I'm so excited to help you on that. I just want to let you know my group is starting next week. So I don't want to leave you out. I'm holding you a spot. Let me know if you still want me to hold that spot for you. And sometimes they respond to that and sometimes they don't. If they don't, I do another follow-up, maybe like 3 days, 4 days later. And this is my last follow-up. So I do that follow-up, and then this is my last follow-up, because I haven't heard from them 3 times already. The first time I talked to them, my second follow-up, and my third follow-up is always like, hey, I know you were really excited about joining us, but it seems like this is not the right time for you. It's okay. I completely understand. I just want to let you know that I have these groups every month, and I am here for you when you are ready. That's like my last follow-up. And a lot of times I do hear from them. Like I haven't heard them. I'm like, well, that worked. And a lot of times they're like, yeah, it's not the right time for me. I had X, Y, and Z come up. Yeah, it's not the right time for me. I can't afford it right now. And that's okay. I just want them to tell me yes or no. So usually that last one where I say, it looks like this is not the right time for you. It's okay. I completely understand. I just want to let you know, I run these every month. I am here for you when you are ready. And I'll put like a smiley face. Mm-hmm. That's how I do my follow-up, because it just drives me crazy when they don't answer. I'm like, answer me. And if you guys haven't read the book called Go for No, highly, it's really easy. I think I read it like in 3 days. It's super short and it's like story format. But that book is awesome. Like, it actually makes you want to go get a lot of no's. Like, there's a day where I'm getting a lot of yeses. I'm like, no, I want to get no's. You got to read it. It really helps you see the perspective of the importance of going for no. And that's when I started doing that last follow-up of telling them, like, okay, I'm ready when you are, because I just want to get a no so I can move on.
Yeah. The only thing that I'll add to that is follow-ups. I need to be better about it. But the other thing that you can do if you don't have a challenge group coming up, or your challenge just kicked off or whatever, maybe you're not on top of your follow-ups, raise his hand. You're like, oh, but I want to keep this connection open. If she gave you some piece of information, like, you know that she wanted to get ready for the wedding and you missed the boat on following up, you can just reply down the road, hey, how was your sister's wedding? And that just reopens up the communication line. And she's like, wow, that's really cool that they're thinking of me, So that's another way to do it too, if you're not like on your A game.
Yeah, or something else you can do too, just to add to that. Let's just say they never answered you. Wait a month or so, or maybe wait 2 months, and then follow up with them then. Be like, hey, I know we talked a few months ago. I think that wasn't the right time for you, but I just want to let you know I am starting a new group, and just want to let you know that I do have a spot open for you if you're ready now. So it could be sometimes you just have to give them a month, give them 2 months. But I think the secret is always in the follow-up. And like Ashlie said, sometimes you can just follow up with them and just check in on them. Like if it's someone, like an acquaintance on Facebook or something like that, you can just, casually send them a message. Doesn't have to do anything with Challenge Pack, anything with Beachbody. And that's another thing. Like if it is someone on your personal Facebook and they're posting, I would make it my mission to like comment on their stuff so they can, because if they haven't answered me back, I'm kind of like, hey, I'm still here, so when you do comment on their stuff, nothing related with Beachbody, it's going to remind them, oh crap, like I haven't answered them, so try that too. Who else? Anyone else have a question? Did that help, Kendall? Okay, good. Who else has a question? Sarah?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. So I'm actually new to this whole program in general. I've actually I didn't even know that Beachbody existed until Emily actually, we connected somehow or some way through all of that. But so I guess I'm considered a discount coach. Is that right?
You're just a coach. It's fine.
Okay. I don't know. But so how do you go from like a coach to like an Emerald coach? Or I just don't know anything. I'm kind of picking up a little bit of what you guys are saying, but again, I'm new to the whole thing.
Well, first, I want to thank you for getting on this call because that's very brave, and Roka wants to give you kisses. But I want to thank you for getting on the call because, if you're this brand new, it's really intimidating to get on a call and listen to a bunch of stuff that probably sounds like gibberish and have your face in front of people. So thank you for that. And then second, I think, so you're just a coach, and if you want to be a discount, then that means you don't really want to share it with anyone, and that's totally fine. We're just happy to have you. Mm-hmm. If you want to share it with people, then you can start to get your products paid for, or you can start to make, a pretty good side income, or you can take it to a full-time thing. So it really is whatever you make of it. Right now, so becoming an Emerald coach means that you sign 2 active coaches underneath you. So you want to get people probably that are drinking Shakeology on a regular basis because, as you know, probably, there's a $16 a month fee. So I don't have anyone join my team that isn't drinking Shakeology because then they're just paying $16 and they're not getting any benefit from it. Mm-hmm. So if they're drinking Shakeology every month, then they're still going to save like $18 a month or something. Because of that discount. So you're saving like $34 on Shakeology and then you pay the $16 in the monthly fee. So right now for you, Emerald it's 2 coaches, not just for you, that's for everyone. Emerald is 2 active coaches, 1 on each leg, and the system should automatically place them for you. So you would just sign up coaches. But right now, I think the first things that you should, if you want to, start sharing, is think about like 3 people that this could help, and you just, maybe reach out to them. Like I'm sure Emily has a challenge group coming up that you could join with her. And if you get some people that want to do it, the way I would frame it is like, hey, I decided to do this program, and blah, 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 like tell a little bit about it, not too much, don't word vomit. And you don't care if they say yes or no. All you're doing is saying, I was looking for an accountability partner. Would you be interested in joining me? Or something like that. And you just phrase it like that. And if they have no interest, then that's fine. And if they have some interest, you can give them a little more information and tell them about it. But think about the people that maybe talk about, they go to the gym a lot, or they want to lose weight, or they're constantly complaining about their body or whatever. Like those people could use help. And then you just start sharing. So that, we kind of go back to the being afraid to put yourself out there, but just start sharing on social media when you've done a workout and, that you're loving this group, and as you start to see results and stuff like that. But that's what you want to focus on first, is first getting your products paid for. And you do that just by helping like 3 people get started. That if you got 3 people to purchase from you, that would pay for your program.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, totally. And I've kind of talked a little bit about some of this with Emily, and she's helped out a lot. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I kind of want to see what this all is about. And yeah, I think the accountability groups are awesome.
Okay. And then the other thing I just want to say, because I think we got to probably wrap up here, but I just want to say I have a coach on my team who is amazing. She's like Hit Success Club, out of the park, signing coaches left and right. And there was a message in the group today saying she feels like she's sucking and she was going to quit. And then she signed 2 more coaches today. And I was messaging her, and she was like, I just feel like I'm so bad at this. And the reason she feels like that has got to be because she's comparing herself to other people. And we all do that. So I would say when you're starting out, it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Actually, I mean, it's not just when you're starting out. It's any time on this journey. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing or how fast they're going or how much faster you are going. None of that matters. You just want to focus on your journey and sharing your truth, and not thinking about, that you stink because you're not getting to Emerald as fast as someone else, or you're just getting a ton of no's or whatever. I mean, that's all us just comparing ourselves to other people, and we really only can control our own journey. So, being new, or even now, like I get stuck sometimes comparing, and comparing does no good for anyone. So for everyone on this call and everyone that's watching the recording, I would just say, work as hard as you can to keep your blinders on. I mean, learn from other people, but don't feel like you're sucking, because what this girl doesn't know is that there's 300,000, I mean, she knows, but there's 300,000 coaches in the network. There's over 400 on my team. For someone to hit Success Club every month, that's a big freaking deal. And she feels like she's sucking. And wherever we're at in our journey, like we all have small wins. So I don't want us to forget to celebrate our small wins. Like just you connecting with people and someone reaching out to you and asking for help, that's a win. That's huge. That means that you're inspiring someone enough to go out of their comfort zone to talk to you about it. So, just let's not get lost in comparing our journey to anyone else's, and take it at the pace that's comfortable for you. Like there's a girl, Sarah, she's been a coach for 11 and a half months, or not even a year yet, and she went 10-star qualifying today. I've been a coach for 2 years and I'm 2-star. Like I could easily compare myself to her, but her journey's not my journey. I'm not, I just can't, because I'm happy with where I'm at. And yes, I could be doing more. Probably so could all of us, right? But we want to live life and have fun and just celebrate yourself for all the fact that you're getting on this call tonight. That's a celebration. That's a big deal, because probably there's other things that you could do that might be more fun than this. So All of those, every time you show up, every time you post something, every time you do a workout in your personal development, like all of those things, that's a step forward in the right direction. Don't then look up and see, well, they're so far ahead of me. I guess I better just stop because I'm sucking. No, just keep walking forward. You can take big steps, you can take small steps, but you just got to keep moving forward.
Amen.
Leticia, do you have anything?
I was just, no, you said it all. I was just gonna say, for a new coach, I feel like it's very important to just share. Like, I would even say forget that you're a coach for a while and just share like you're not a coach. Just share your workout, share what you're doing, share how Shakeology is, changing your life. I feel like that was part of, because I know a lot of people are like, well, you started off so good and, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I did because I was a coach before I became a coach, if that makes sense. I was just share everything, my workout, what I did, what I ate. And so that attracted people to me. So I just feel like as a new coach, it's just very important to just share, be open about everything. Of course, you want to do it in a not so annoying, all the time way, but just, you need to let people know what you're doing. Like I'm doing 21-day fix. Oh, a week passed. Oh, I lost 3 pounds. Oh, I really like this Shakeology recipe. Oh, I noticed my energy, things like that. People love because they need to lose 3 pounds in a week because they need the energy. So it's just like, just genuinely sharing about your journey and your experiences and the difference that you're noticing.
All right. Oh yeah, sorry, Emily, go ahead.
I had a quick question about how do you guys explain the monthly fee? I had a challenger ask me about that, and it just kind of threw me for a loop because I kind of never questioned it when I started. But how do you guys handle that question?
So I tell them, I'm like, once they told me they want a challenge pack, I'm like, yay, awesome, you're going to love it. And then I say, look, we're going to sign you up 2 ways. Either way, it's going to cost you the same way. It's a discount coach or as a customer. It's a discount coach, you're going to get your shakes for a discounted rate. And I actually break it down to them. So you're going to pay $97 for Shakeology, and there is a $16 member fee. And in parentheses, I put like having a Sam's or Costco card to take advantage of the savings. I tell them the total of that is $114. And then I say, as a customer, you pay almost $140. So even with that $16 member fee, you're still saving close to $20 a month.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I explained it. So I was just wondering if I had explained it the right way.
I also say, like, if you really want to, that explains that you're still saving money. If you really want to explain what the fee covers, I say that it's like, if you're opening a business, your $15 fee is kind of like the behind the scenes. So that's going to cover all the gross stuff that comes with owning a business, like customer service and returns, and they're going to send you your tax documents. They're going to handle all that like stuff that's not fun, and it's also going to come with 3 websites if you want to show like the value of why it's not just a monthly fee, like the things that we get for paying that $16 a month.
Yeah, I tell that part to coaches who actually want to start a business, but if it's just a discount coach who has no desire to work the business, then I just kind of compare it to like a Sam's or a Costco card.
Yeah. Well, kind of what I told my challenger also.
Sorry, guys, I have to run. I have someone waiting outside to pick me up. So I'm sorry that I have to hop off.
It's okay. I'll stay a little bit longer.
Okay. Sorry, Em. I know you had a question, but thank you guys so much for getting on. You guys are the best. We're going to do more of these. This was so fun.
Yes,
okay. Sorry, Marty. Go ahead.
That's okay. What I was going to say is how the way I kind of explained it to her was, if you think about it, when you join with a challenge pack, you're getting a free coach, but you're also getting unlimited advice. I'm available 24/7 to you. If you would have joined let's say a gym, you would be getting a personal trainer and you'd have to pay a large fee. Mm-hmm. So yes, you're getting a free coach, but at the same time, like you said, you're getting a lifetime coach. I'm here for you forever, so that's kind of how I explained it. And I said, and you have access to so much information on the Beachbody blog, and on the website, and it's a ton of free information that you wouldn't get from a personal trainer, that you wouldn't get at a gym. So paying $16 is really not much for everything that you're getting. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I handled that okay or not, or.
Yeah, that's okay. And what I would say about that is I would just keep it as simple as possible.
Okay.
If they question it, then I would go more into detail, because it's one of those things where I've heard this somewhere. Sometimes people they've already said yes, but we keep going on and on and on about it, that we actually convince them, to say no, because they start to wonder, like, oh, why does she keep going on and on about this? Like, she's making me second guess my answer now.
Yeah, no, this was a challenger who had already bought the 21-day fix and was like 3 weeks in. But then when she started getting her statement, she was like, what's with this fee?
Okay.
And that's why I explained it that way.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, then that's fine. And yeah, I like that you brought up the membership, the Beachbody website, because a lot of people don't know, but yeah, they can go on the Team Beachbody website, sign in, and they have access to, recipes and articles and stuff like that. So that's another good way of explaining it. Yeah, in that case, I would go more into detail. But if it's just like someone brand new that hasn't signed up yet, I keep it as short as possible, as sweet as possible, and I just say $97 for Shakeology, $16 for a monthly fee, like having a Sam's or Costco card, $114 total, versus almost $140 as a regular customer. And I just word it like that, sweet and short.
Okay.
I've never really had anyone question it. But if they would question it, then that's where you can come in and say, well, but you have the website, and you have me, and you have my challenge groups, and you're gonna get recipes for me, from my challenger support, and all of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Emily, did you have a question? I unmuted you. Oh, there you go.
Sorry. So I just had a question about your challenge groups. Do you always run them program specific? I know you do a lot of like the 21-day fix from just following you. And I guess I've always done program specific groups in the past, but I feel like I listened to a call recently, and also it was I forget the coach's name, but they had some of her tips shared at Super Saturday this last time, and like that you don't need to have program specific groups, and if you do one big group, and that way everyone's supported, and you and your coaches can do groups together. And so I tried that out this month for the first time, and it definitely needs some adjustments, but I'm just not sure. I don't know if I want to stick with it, or I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah, I usually do run specific groups, and I love 21-day fix just because I feel like it helps people the most. That's why I always run with that one.
Yeah.
I feel like, that's my challenger's gotten the best results. It's only 21 days. But I have done in the past where I just do an offline program thing where I say, you choose your program, and everybody can join.
Okay.
I mean, those could be, what I've heard before on those is the problem you're going to come across is that some are going to choose 21, some might choose 30, some might choose. So the length of the programs are way off. That's the only downside.
Yeah.
But I've heard of other coaches just making it a 30-day. So
Yeah.
where they choose their program. I don't do them that much, but I
Okay.
think they could be effective, and that's a really good way, like you say, of helping everyone and not just program specific.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you all so much for hopping on, and hopefully Ashlie and I will try to do these at least once a month for you guys. But it was really nice seeing you guys, and I hope that helped. But you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.